Okay, so you're buying a property and you're told by the agent that there's an offer whilst you have an offer as well. Is this true? Is this false? We're going to teach you about a little bit about herd mentality.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Good morning.
Top of the morning.
How are you?
Excellent, Mr. Siljik. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Now, for people
I'm
that
excited
don't
about
know
today's topic.
Michael, I want to give you a rollout, Michael. For people that don't know Michael and I, Michael Siljik is a agent dealing probably the most amount of buyers on the Northern Beaches. So very, very well qualified to talk about this topic. I'm the owner of a real estate agency on the Northern Beaches, seen plenty of buyers around, and we want to give people some advice on that when that happens, when they're making an offer and then there's another offer, when sellers are all down, they haven't got any offers and suddenly they've got 2 or 3. Is this fact? Is this fiction? How to spot the bullshit? Tell us more, Michael. Tell us more.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really useful topic today for a lot of buyers out there to sort of break the mold of what stereotypically might happen in the marketplace and what we see. So we're going to give you guys some of our observations when we see buyers buying properties, some of the good things I think some of the buyers do, some of the mistakes some of these buyers make, and to hopefully help navigate it for yourself as well. So the whole topic today, and yes, interest rates on hold, everyone. Public service announcement yesterday, 3 months in a row. I think all mortgage holders out there will be very happy that their repayments are not going up even further. And even we started to see some banks start to cut some of their variable rates as well. So interesting times.
Interesting, very.
So herd mentality, and what we're finding, and this is something that's age old as well. This is not something that's recent in the marketplace. This is something that has been happening as long as I've been in real estate. I'm sure for as long as you've been in real estate, Mark, which is where buyers like to feel safe with other buyers around them. And by that, I mean, when you're buying a property, you as a buyer, whether you say it or not, want to feel like I'm buying something that is a good property, and that is proven through social proof of what other buyers want as well, aka other offers on the property, other people interested.
Well, it's sort of like, I guess you can turn around the other way. Buying it is scary.
Buying into what, sorry?
Isolation.
It is very scary. And this is the thing that a lot of buyers are scared of, and what I would like to unpack with it. Buyers feel more confident buying in competition, irregardless of whether they pay a premium price for a property. And I'm going to give a couple of case studies shortly. Irregardless of whether they pay a premium or not, they feel more confident when they buy it when there's lots of other people around them, versus irregardless of how good a property is, when you're a buyer and you're the only one on a property, and that might be for a number of certain reasons, people still have that hesitation. Irregardless of whether the property ticks every box for them, they still have that hesitation going, oh, if I'm the only one looking at it, is there something that I'm missing? Am I the only person looking at it because I'm the silly one? And so
it's pretty interesting because what you're saying can also you're talking about a specific buying of a specific property. You could almost go global with your philosophy of what you're talking about, because if you think about it, if you think about stupid times to buy is when everyone's buying, yet instinctively that's when people are most comfortable to buy.
Correct. It's, you can see it in the markets. You can see it in COVID with toilet paper. You can see a range of examples with it. throughout the course of everyone's buying. But a big thing that I wanted to unpack with it
Yes.
was break the mold. Break the mold with it. It's really interesting when I find that sometimes we have some properties for sale and they might not be the most crash hot property, nothing wrong with them, but they're not the most amazing property in the world. Yet a couple of people are interested. And then all of a sudden, when the buyers know that a couple of people are interested, they go, "Oh, there must be something good about that one." And everyone jumps in. And what might be a somewhat mediocre property sells for a record price. And as an agent, you go, "But I've got this other property that's even more amazing down the road. And for whatever reason, not as many people have put offers on that. So therefore, no one wants that one." And I find that when people follow this herd mentality, sometimes you can get yourself caught a little bit. And I really, really think that you just need to sort of think, I guess, independently when you're looking at properties. Just because there's not a couple of offers on it straight away at the moment does not mean it's a bad property. And vice versa, just because there's a few people offering does not make it a good property.
But we're going to hold Luke accountable to what he's saying here. Luke's one of the best buyers agents in the country, and what he reckons about price rises in thing. Yeah, Luke, I also agree with that comment, Mike. You nailed it there. When it comes to this FOMO on property, I think it's very, very important to remember the toilet paper philosophy because it will save you money. You can almost hack just by understanding the thinking of people when buying and selling property when it comes to FOMO. Everyone loves to dance with the girl on the dance floor that's dancing with everyone, and the girl that's on the side of the dance floor that's dancing with no one. Sometimes we're like, should I ask her why is she not dancing with anyone? Toilet paper's the same theme. Buyers of property this morning is the same theme. It is. I saw something from what's his name? The guy that buys a shit ton of stocks, the old guys in America, Warren Buffett. He said the secret to investing is always be buying.
Yes.
So that's always be buying means he's buying in high markets, he's buying in low markets, he's buying in all markets. So, and same with if there's 10 buyers or one buyer, always be buying. Like it's a really hard philosophy for people to follow, and you really have to be courageous. You really have to go against the grain. When everyone's zigging, you've got to zag. That's when there's value out there for you to buy property. And Michael, you're a witness to the no bullshit data of seeing the property on the market for X amount of weeks, and then there's no one, and then within 1 day or 24 hours or 48 hours, there's 4 people on it, and you're there scratching your head going, what the hell?
Yeah, it's so true. And this is some practical advice we'd like to give as well to people out there. When you're looking at a property, the amount of times I've had buyers approach me and go, I like this property, but keep me in the loop. I'm not going to offer on it. I want you to let me know when you start getting offers, and then I'll think to offer on the property. The amount, I'm sure you've seen it as well, Mark, so many times over the years where buyers come say to that, and obviously in the buyer's mindset, they're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to wait to see what the agent gets as an offer, and then I know I'll just put a little bit more, and then I'll buy the property, but I know I'm not overpaying them because someone else is willing to pay it. That's sort of the mindset behind it, versus when people say that to me, I'd say probably 85% of the time, they end up paying more for the property than if they just negotiated up front and said, okay, well, I'm happy to pay X amount, and negotiated before they waited for another buyer.
Absolutely. And Michael, what I love about today's episode is, of course, an agent's going to say what an agent's going to say when an agent's trying to sell a property. You have got your motivation in today's episode is just to talk about the facts, to offer advice. Like, you're not selling people that are watching anything here.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's not like you're giving the advice saying, because like it is just the no bullshit what we see on the coalface, and it's always surprising still. It's always thrilling still, And we always still scratch our heads when all these buyers turn up at the last minute. We're like, are you bloody serious? But it's that toilet paper effect. We've nailed it.
Yeah, it's so true. And look, the bottom line is it's not going to change either. It's human nature. Human nature is not, we're not going to change human nature from our episode as much as we'd like to think we're changing the world.
Absolutely.
But for the people watching, the people out there that are going, well, I do want to have that competitive advantage. Of course, you don't have to do exactly what we're saying, but take on board, I guess, some of the nuggets from it and implement it into your own property journey. Because I just think that to break the mold, and it's not just us saying it, it's Warren Buffett, it's all these people that have done very, very well over the years with buying, whether it be shares or property, to break the mold. Honestly, it's going to win you money probably, and definitely win you transactions.
I love Lisa's comment. It's the weirdest thing because how do people know? Yeah. Like that herd mentality. How do people know of what the other people are thinking? But they all think what they think because everyone thinks. It's like, do they have a WhatsApp chat? Yeah. I love Lisa's comment because it feels like sometimes they do because everyone starts herding in one direction or herding.
You know what they do actually, Mark? You know what it is? It's the news. It's the media. Irregardless of whether the media is right or wrong, if the media says the market's heating up, the market starts heating up. If the market tells you the properties market's getting cold, then it starts getting cold.
Yeah. Well, look at what are the tickets for that chick that's coming to town, the concert?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I'm too busy
and
working.
Everyone, the herd mentality to buying her tickets. Everyone just went absolutely bananas buying tickets. But you think, I didn't even realize that girl was that popular, but it's that herd mentality, Taylor Swift.
Thank you, Lisa. We're shocking with that.
Everyone's on the ball this morning. And before we go, I've been noticing lately, if I use my hands a lot, I do get Luke's attention. He I don't know if he's calling it the property dance, but
it's our Eastern European mentality. I can't help it as well. I try to hide it below the camera. But that's the way we talk. It's the way we communicate.
Guys, everyone, thanks for joining us this morning. I hope you enjoyed this observation. I hope you got some tips out of this observation in how you can act as a buyer, even a seller, in understanding. There's some good nuggets in there, hopefully, today for people.
100%.
Michael, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks, guys.
See you, everyone. Take care.